Everybody, welcome back to the Bottle Stories podcast. Today's episode of One Sip and One Question. It's going to be a few questions, actually, but they'll all tie into the same one because we're talking about pairing with food.
So the age-old red wine with red meat and white wine with white or fish.
Yeah.
Is that true?
No. Yes and no. I mean, yes, it works. It's kind of, an easy one. But for me, I don't think that it works foolproof.
No.
And it's because modern cuisine is based heavily on the flavors of the sauces.
Accompaniments.
And the sauce on any dish is going to be the strongest flavor. So we always pair to sauce and never to...
well, not always and not never.
Not really to protein. Now, the best way to get the most accurate pairing is pair to the sauce with the protein in mind.
Yes.
So, for example, if it's a truffle sauce on a piece of duck, I'm probably leaning old, aged Pinot Noir. Mm-hmm. Pinot Noir has a classic cherries as the backbone. What grows together goes together. So Pinot Noir and duck, the French obsession with duck in the Burgundy region is next level. Truffle kind of has a lot of the same aromas of tertiary aging
yep.
in Pinot Noir from that region, or also would work with Nebbiolo, Barolo or Barbaresco. Mm-hmm. Probably more Barbaresco than Barolo. I think Barolo would be a little too big for poultry. Maybe better with a piece of meat, like with a steak or with a truffle sauce or sauce bordelaise. Something along those lines, I think, is a little bit more accurate. But yeah, for me, that's the biggest thing is pair to the strongest flavor, not necessarily to the protein.
Right. I agree. Yeah. And always what grows together goes together.
Yeah. That is always.
Yeah.
You want complementary flavors or contrasting flavors. They both can work. But the biggest and the easiest one is what grows together goes together. Those are super important. How about spicy food?
That's always a tough one because the spice can often create bitterness if you're going red or just drown out white. Definitely something a little more viscous, little bit more residual sugar.
Yeah, I think that's really the key. Just a touch of residual sugar really does help a lot in combating spiciness. The one thing you don't want to do is something with no residual sugar and super high acid, because then you're really going to have a fire in your mouth because it actually amplifies the spiciness of the food.
Yeah.
Okay, then. And apparently we have nothing more to say on this topic.
Well, there's lots more to say, but not in a one question.
How about dessert wines? Do dessert wines need to be paired only with dessert?
No. There's lots of instances where foie gras has a sweet wine.
It's a great pair. One of the greatest pairings of all time is foie gras and Sauterne.
Or blue cheese with port.
Yeah.
But dessert wines, like the rule is sort of you want it to be as sweet or sweeter than your dessert. So if you have a dry Riesling, it's not going to go as well with something sweet than you would have a sweeter Riesling.
Right.
If you have a super, super sweet dessert, then you really need a super sweet wine to go with it. Otherwise,
everything tastes super bitter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, one thing to try to understand how sort of acidity and sugar goes is like sweetened iced tea. And if you stick a lemon in your sweetened iced tea, it's still the same amount of sweet.
It just doesn't taste the same.
Tastes bitter with or tart with a lemon.
Yeah. Balanced.
Balanced.
So this is all you're really looking for when you're doing food pairings is balance. So always try to keep that in mind when you're looking for it. Then there is another school of thought, and in my opinion, probably the greatest chef in the world, in my opinion. I know a lot of people disagree with me. But Eric Repair has had 3 Michelin stars for nearly 40 years. It is still to this day, in all of the Michelin starred restaurants we've been to, and that is dozens and dozens of them, it is still the greatest meal we've ever had. And he loves his red wine. And so he pairs red wine with fish all the time.
But pairs with the flavors.
And it comes down to, if you don't like the wine, putting it with food is not going to make you like it anymore. It's just the way it is. So drink what you like. That is also a good pairing.
That is awesome.
Now, it might not be the best pairing for the food and the wine together. The food should make the wine better, and the wine should make the food better. So if you're drinking a sweet red with a steak, it's probably not doing either. However, it's what you like, and so that makes it okay. So always try to, think about how these things are going to go together, but don't ignore the fact that you have to like it. That's really the key.
Yeah.
If you like it, you'll drink more wine. Cheers.
Cheers.